Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Summer here to talk about Lesson 112, the Unit 1B test review. In this lesson, I will be going over how to solve all of the problems on the Unit 1B test review. Question number 1. Would the inequality symbol change as you solve this problem? Why or why not? So let's just go ahead and solve it. We're going to multiply both sides by 6, so we get x is greater than negative 24. So no, we don't switch, we don't flip the inequality, sign, because we didn't multiply or divide by a negative. So the second question is, what would the solution to this inequality be? And then graph the solution. So we are going to add 5 to both sides. We're left with x is greater than 1. So since it's the greater than, I'm going to use my open circle, and I'm going to shade all the way to the end of the line. So open circle, shaded all the way to the end of the line. For question 3, what would the solution to this inequality be? So we're first going to divide by negative 4, and when we divide by negative 4, we're going to flip our inequality sign. So we get negative 4 is greater than x. But now if you see, x is on the right-hand side, so we have to flip the whole thing, and we get x is less than negative 4 as our answer. I'm going to put a circle, open circle, on my negative 4, and shade in all the way to the end of my number line. Question number 4, solve the inequality and graph your solutions. So I'm going to start by adding 6 to both sides. When I do that, I get 11 is less than x. But because x is on the right-hand side, I need to flip my whole inequality. I'm left with x is greater than 11. If you look, I don't actually have an 11 on my number line, so I'm going to draw it. And then I'm going to draw my open circle and my line pointing towards solutions that are greater than 11. Question number 5, we first have to distribute this negative 4 to everything inside the parentheses. So I get negative 16 plus 4y is less than 32. I'm now going to add 16 to both sides, and I'm left with 4y is less than 48. Divide each side by 4. I get y is less than 12. And if you look once again, I don't have my number line going along as far as I need it to. So I'm going to then draw my open circle, because it's just the less than, and draw my arrow all the way to the end of the number line. So for question number 6, it says solve the inequality and graph its solution. I'm going to start by subtracting 5 from both sides. And so I get negative 11k is greater than positive 22. I'm going to divide each side by negative 11. And when I do that, I need to flip my inequality. So I'm left with k is less than negative 2. I'm going to open circle and draw my number line all the way to the end. Question 7, solve the inequality and graph its solution. So I'm going to start by distributing the 5 to everything inside the parentheses. So I get 5x minus 30 is less than or equal to negative 25. I'm going to add 30 to both sides. I'm left with 5x is less than or equal to 5. Divide both sides by 5. I'm left with x is less than or equal to 1. Now, since it's less than or equal to, we need to have a closed circle. And I'm going to draw my number line, or my arrow pointing all the way to the end of my number line. Here's a different type of question. How many solutions does this following inequality have? And how do you know that answer? We start by just solving the inequality. So I first need to distribute this 3 to everything inside the parentheses. I'm left with 5x minus 3 plus 4x is less than 4 plus 9x minus 21. Now I'm going to look and find my like terms. This is my a like term here. And on this side, I have this constant and this constant as a like term. So I'm going to start by combining them. I get 9, let me get a pen. 9x minus 3 is less than 9x minus 17. I'm now going to subtract 9x from both sides. And when I do that, I just don't leave it blank. I just write 0x. Minus 3 is less than negative 17. I'm going to add 3 to both sides. And I get 0x is less than negative 14. Now, does this have no solutions? All real number solutions? Or some solutions? Well, remember, any number we put in for x, 0 times anything is 0. So is 0 less than negative 14? No, it isn't. 0 is not less than negative 14, which means that any number you put in for x will not allow this statement to be true. So it's no solution. Oops. No solution. Because any number you put in for x will not make the inequality true. Okay, remember, it's still a statement of truth, even though it's an inequality. So no solution, because any number you put in for x will not make the inequality true. Okay? Here's a question that says, write a compound inequality that is represented by this graph. Okay, so let's look first at this section. So we have some number, so x, and it's open circle, and it's going to the smaller numbers, which means x is less than 5. Because it's open circle, it's just the less than. And if you know, so here's the question. Negative 2, or x minus 2 is greater than 3, and they get one answer is x is greater than 5, or x plus 8 is less than 2, so they subtracted 8. They got x is negative 2. They are correct up until this point, but look at their graph. Their graph, it looks like an and solution. And this is not graphed correctly because x is less than negative 10, but they have their answers going to be greater than negative 10. So we need to, the error is they graphed the solution incorrectly. Well, how did they graph the solution incorrectly? They graphed x is greater than negative 10 instead of x is less than negative 10. So when you are writing, like explaining your reasoning for error analysis questions, you have to tell me what the error is, but you have to be specific about it. So be specific about the error that they had. Okay? So here's another question, question 12. Which inequality does at least mean? Okay? At least means greater than or equal to. That's the inequality that it means. Okay? Question 13 is, write an inequality that represents the following statement. The sum of a number n and 4 is less than 3. So we've got the sum. The sum means add. Okay? So we're going to add a number n and 4. So n plus 4. And then we have it is less than. So we're going to write the less than 3. So that's how we write that statement. Question 14. Write an inequality that represents the following statement. 0 is at least 4 times the quantity of a number plus 3, at number x plus 3. So we're going to look at least. Is at least. So at least is our greater than or equal to sign. So we're going to write 0 is greater than or equal to 4 times the quantity of. So 4 times the quantity of. When you see that phrase, you're going to open a parenthesis of a number x plus 3. And that's our statement for that one. And the last question is, let's see. Write an inequality that represents the following statement. 5 less than a number x is more than 3. So more than is our greater than sign. 5 less than a number, so less than a number x. So we're going to write, because 5 is less than a number x. So we're going to write x minus 5, not 5 minus x, is more than 3. Okay? So follow along with this video to check your solutions to the Unit 1B test review and to prepare for the test that's on Wednesday, 9/23 during your assigned class period. And if you are still struggling with this, remember you can sign up for one-to-one help sessions with me on Tuesday during your assigned class period to prepare.